hi everyone, and can you believe we are here for the grand final cartoon karting? It's going to be the last one, the last time we all gather to race around some sort of ridiculous racetrack in ridiculous cars. It's going to be a blast. Teehee, this week's the time race. Did I update the title? Did I actually do that? I did, yeah. It's the time race. Hey, I'm pro streamer. I even unmuted myself and everything. I'm doing really well today. Opening links, they're being fired into the chat now. You can find all the information about us, all the ways you can communicate with us and interact with us and our community, all the ways you can support us and find merch and all that good stuff. Also find sponsor information. Mage Hand Press, present, and Bird in the Storm Publishing, both of whom we're very grateful to. They make this all possible. And the retweet there, I did update the retweet shortly before I used the open command. So the retweet does in fact lead to the tweet that you need to tweet to help us tweet with all the tweeter. Talking of tweeter, Tweeter of Vecna is their Twitch handle, but that's not what we know them by. Mage Hand Press Justin, oh hi!
Oh hi! So yeah, I'm Justin, Community Director over at Mage Hand Press. We make 5e stuff, so I play Cypher. Anyways, I'll be playing The Great Sense Yoga today, and we'll get into that once the stream starts.
Fantastic. Well, we'll carry on clockwise around the stream. We welcome someone who deserves congratulations, but I'll let you decide whether you want to share that or not. Bad Chili, welcome.
Yes, hello, hi. So I'm getting married in 2 days, so I'm very tired and stressed. But yay, I get to finally roleplay, and I'm very excited for that. So I'm playing Cade Reynolds, which I'll explain him later as well.
Sounds amazing. And we were discussing this earlier as well. It immediately brought me back to memories of back before when Twitch was but a sparkle in my eye. And I was doing viewer games over on Encounter Roleplay, which must be about 2 years ago now. In fact, it would have been 1 year and 10 months ago, and like 16 days, because I too was on a viewer game 2 days before I got married. Hey, we know our own. Welcome. Glad to have you. Next around, we welcome back Jorska. Oh, hi.
Hi. I'm so happy to be back. I'm Jessica. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Joska, and I'll be playing Genie Passepartout. Definitely not a ripoff of Around the World in 80 Days. Not at all.
No. Who would have thought that? No. Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you. Last but most certainly not least, for the last time as well, unfortunately, Kylie. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. This is the last time I get to slaughter my intro, so yay for that. I'm Kylie, and today I'm playing Hail Mary. That's it. That's all the slaughtering I'm gonna do.
You know what? That's valid. You know, that is totally.
What, 16 weeks, but I finally got it right.
Yeah.
12 weeks, something like that. I can't remember.
That was a good intro. You know, like that was great. It even took me by surprise. I'm shocked.
I know.
So, the time race. Once, there was a small temple where some people raced. A person known kind of as the king, but also as Manituko, discovered a scepter that gave them control over time. They saved their companions and then disappeared to go and construct a racetrack that spanned time. Each of you will get a special invite to this race. But the means of that intro is kind of up to you. Let's go round. Where are you when you are invited to this race? We'll go opposite way around. We'll start with Kylie.
I'm in my very, I'm in a little spaceship, but it's just like a little space bubble. It's not that big. And I'm kind of sitting right outside the United States, kind of with all my TVs. And I'm like hacking or leeching on people's cable to watch all the sports channels. I have my feet up. I'm like eating on all the sports foods, potato chips, hot dogs, all that good stuff. Just kind of hanging out.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. And so in your time, how would a message most likely come to you? Oh, maybe it just comes over the television screens. You know, like just we interrupt this broadcast style. You are invited to. Yeah, we are the Mr. Ons. You are invited to a race outside of time.
I mean, how do I get there?
And that's enough. Like that, you start going through the Doctor Who-esque tube of time, as you know. Scrap probably should have prepared a track for that, really.
I feel like I'm spinning like uncontrollably, like an airplane does, and all like baseballs and footballs and hockey pucks and sticks and stuff are just like flopping around in my spaceship.
Yeah, and and even those are going back in time as well. Like you start off with a carbon fiber tennis racket, then you get one of the old wooden ones, then one of the really old wooden ones. You know. Like,
Yes, good.
yeah. Next round, let's go to Genie Passepartout.
All right. I am probably sitting in a social club in London, reading the newspaper, when I see an advertisement for a race through time. And I think, I could use a little bit more adventure in my life. And I don't know if I fall through time the way she did, but I might even just get on a train and make it to my destination, as I always do.
Of course. On time as well.
Of course.
Yeah. As you get on the train, the train starts to move. You realize you're in a carriage all to yourself. It's been a while. No ticket collectors come along. It's been dark for a while as well. Very strange.
Well, sounds like the start of an adventure.
Next round, let's go to Cade Reynolds. Where do we find Cade?
So Cade is in sort of like a beat up, but still futuristic garage. He's kind of tinkering on these like tiny little robots that kind of look like Modrons. And he's kind of tinkering away with one. He can't seem to fix it. And he kind of looking over his shoulder. He hits a wire and it sparks and kind of blows up a little bit in his face. As he kind of pushes to the side, another one that he's never built before walks up to him. And I think it plays the message coming from it. He's like, oh, cool. Let's do it. And I guess he kind of goes through the same kind of loop as like the robot kind of opens up a portal or something.
Yeah, like a Venus flytrap, this robot just opens up and just, maybe slightly more mechanical sound than that, but yeah, grabs you and drags you through time forcibly.
I just have to ask, do they look like this?
Yeah, the big red one.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this stream also connected to Argo 37? Wouldn't that be a twist? How many crossovers can we do?
How many references to dark matter can we make?
God,
This is gonna be a challenge tonight.
I might have to get Alison as a co-DM just to help it all tie in.
Yes.
Wow, that was a very quick yes. I hardly even finished the
We love you,
sentence.
Scrat. We love you. You're enough.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that note, we're not going to worry about the Great Cincioga. We don't care. No, the Great Cincioga. Where do we find you?
So the Great Cincioga, pop, is racing through the midnight weld in his red cart because red makes the car go faster.
And how would the message come to you?
The Cincioga, he often communicates in fireworks, so the fireworks probably change in front of him as he's racing through the midnight weld, saying something about a race through time.
Through the midnight weld. Interesting.
This is definitely not a reference to an adventure that I previously played as the Great Cincioga. Pop.
Fair. So, all of you will arrive It's a barren landscape, dusty, almost sandy. Tundra would be the best way to describe the location that you arrive at. All of you arrive seemingly at the same time. Some of you fall from the sky, some of you are thrown up by the ground itself, others drive or arrive via carriage. Welcome. You meet each other for the first time.
As Kate kind of pops out, like, "Wah! That was awesome. Did you guys all have the same? Hi, hello. Who are you guys?"
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm the great Sensioga. Pa, pa, pa.
Oh. Hello.
Those fireworks look like the fireworks after the games and stuff. I really dig those.
What kind of games are you talking about? Because I'm a huge fan of fireworks.
Fireworks isn't a game. I mean, unless you're shooting them at people, I guess you could make it into a game, but it's not really a game you can play. Like, I'm like really into those Earth games.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I am Genie Passepartout. Enchanté.
Bless you.
Oh. The fireworks are lovely.
Well, thank you. I'm, a fireworks aficionado.
So I'm really into competition, and I heard there was going to be a race, so that's kind of why I'm here. I'm ready to, kick some butt.
Excited. Race through time. I always feel like it wasn't a race, but time. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm excited. You guys excited? I feel like you guys are excited.
I mean, I race time every single time that I need to get my beer out of the fridge and get to the game on time. So, I am really good at this.
Every race is a race through time.
That's a really good point.
What?
What if this was a little bit more literal? Like,
All the more adventure.
You seem like you're thinking really hard.
I am. How is every race through time?
Well, you're always competing with a time limit of some sort, whether it's the time limit that you've set arbitrarily by yourself, 80 days, let's say, or versus the time that your opponents will finish the race.
So everything is time. Interesting.
I don't get into that mental brainy stuff. That's really not my thing, but I really am to some throwing some baseballs and stuff. So we should really figure out how to get this started.
Yeah, I don't even know what we are racing.
Time.
So, Michael Wayne, thank you very much for that donation. The Heartbreaker gets an advantage. Also known as Justin. And as you were all wondering what the race might be, since Yoga, you have a feeling that it's not so much a race as an outrun, having to outrun each other. It's just a hunch.
I think this is less of a who goes fastest and who more about who doesn't go the slowest.
Oh.
Because I can always outrun a bear as long as I outrun the person that's next to me.
The ground vibrates.
You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and start. Bye. And I hop in my cart and take...
I think that's the cheers of the people who are here to watch me win this race.
Kate takes off running.
Oh, yeah. If they're running, I'm going.
So
I don't even know what direction we're running in.
Yeah, so like, while Hail Mary's still saying about how they're gonna win, everyone else just splits. And the vibrations in the ground get more intense and increase in volume. I assume, Hail Mary, that you will also start running when everyone else does.
I mean, I can't be the last one, so I'm gonna run.
Everyone, please roll initiative. Thank you, Justin.
Oh man.
Right. Do we have a difficulty that we're inputting? It's just none unknown.
None unknown, and the initiative rolls. It treats it like a regular skill, but it shouldn't do really. It's just whoever rolls the highest number.
Right. Oh.
Where is initiative on this?
It should be a skill in your skills check. But if you don't have it, you can just roll a d20. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, no, that hasn't rolled. It should be a little dice just next to it that you should click.
And then difficulty just unknown, you said?
No difficulty. Yep. There we go. Okay, so we have a tie between Cade Reynolds and Genie Passepartout. Since Yoga is in the lead, tearing away, as it were.
I mean, did we expect anything less?
Yeah, this is somehow once you start running, Hail Mary realizes what you're all doing and gets ahead of the pair of you. And then we have Passepartout and KR neck and neck. Behind you, a giant worm bursts out of the sand. And it's huge!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's the sound it makes as it comes out. As it erupts from the sand. And seeing that no one is there, it plunges back into the tundra. And you can see the ground rising as it heads towards you a little bit and then gets back underneath. And you can feel the ground shaking again. First round. We'll go in initiative order, so we start with Cincioga. What would you like to do?
Quick question. Do I get a special effect for that nat 20 that I just rolled?
You don't get this. I don't think you get them on initiative rolls, unfortunately. Like I say, the game treats them like skills, but they're not really. It's just a benchmark.
All right. All right. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do now, is there a clear path ahead?
Yes, this is just tundra land. You can see dunes that you could run up and down, maybe hide if you wanted to. You can also see, as you all are cresting the rise, a leafy forest on the other side of the tundra.
Okay, so I'm going to be heading as quickly as I can towards that forest then.
Okay, trying to make distance between you and the person behind you?
Yep.
Sure thing. Give me a speed roll unless you'd like to use anything else. So the way rolls work in Cypher system, essentially... No? Essentially... That's okay. Essentially what you do is, for our purposes, we use speed a lot. So you can overtake people using speed. You can create distance using speed. You can close distance using speed. But the nice thing about the Cypher system is you can barter with me. You can discuss with me, well, actually, I would like to throw a spear at someone, and I feel like this is a strength thing, and that would also close the distance, to which I'd have to agree. So you could use strength for the same purposes. You can put effort in. Effort costs points from your pools and makes things easier. The first level of effort costs 3 points from your pool, and every step after that costs 2. Why do you want to keep points in your pools? Because that's what keeps you alive. Your first pool to diminish... is that a word? Sounds like a word. The first pool to diminish, that's the word I want, it gives you an inability, which makes everything one step harder. The second pull to diminish reduces your speed to 0 and you can no longer move. And in this case, since we don't have any cars at the moment, if the last pull is diminished, you die. So, as we're all running, creating distance, you've rolled a 12, which creates a difficulty 4. So, Hail Mary, please make me a speed defense roll of difficulty 4 to stop the great Cincioga from getting an early lead. I know this will be close to Kylie, if not to Hail Mary. Well, with that...
That was so bad.
With that, Cincioga gains one unit of distance between you all, and it becomes Hail Mary's turn. You have Cincioga creating distance ahead, which you can try and close again.
How far is the worm from us?
Good question. Do you all work in feet or meters?
Feet.
Feet. We're dirty Americans.
Yeah.
So can I tell you my plan and then you can tell me yes or no? I guess the distance doesn't matter that much.
Oh no, I think it could matter a little bit. What I think
okay.
it'll be, 2,540 feet. No, 2,640 feet, because I think that's half a mile, because, you know, the Imperial system was made by a drunk mathematician.
Okay, so that does make a big difference. That changes everything. So I'd really like to... I guess I'm going to try to catch up with I'm going to try to catch up. That's all I'm really going to do.
Okay, make us a speed check. This is setting the difficulty. It's difficulty 2. Cincioga, please make a difficulty 2 speed check to a speed defense check to try and maintain your lead.
Whoops. Forgot to put in the difficulty.
It's a fail. So Hail Mary closes that distance straight back up. So Cade Reynolds and Jean Passepartout, you are both neck and neck. You can see Cincioga and Hail Mary immediately battling out, trying to get ahead, and you can feel this rumbling behind.
Well, would you like to try to stop them? Or would you like to just try to catch up?
Cade kind of looks at the worm like, let's just keep running. Just keep running.
Okay. That's fair. Let's go.
Hail Mary needs an advantage. Thank you very much, Kentucky Hawkeye.
Do we just roll speed checks?
Yes, please. If you could both make a speed check, that would be fantastic. This will be setting the difficulty for Kylie, Hail Mary. Oof.
That's not good.
I'm clicking and it's doing nothing.
Really? Is there a pop-up box behind your window somewhere?
That's possible. Oh, yeah, there it is. Huh.
Usually the way. Usually the way. Okay, so, Hail Mary, can you please make me one speed defense check?
Do you want it as the difficulty 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
Perfect. So, Jeanne Passepartout bolts past Hail Mary, taking second place.
That's right.
But Cade Reynolds, I'm afraid Hail Mary manages to block you from getting ahead of her. So you're currently at the back. You're currently worm food. And the worm is now... Oh, God, half was a horrible thing to use. 2 6s. Oh, wait, a third. A third of the distance away from... A third of a mile. Behind
fun.
you. Behind you. Yeah. Who knows? I got like degrees in it and all sorts. So we go back to the top of the round. Since yoga.
All right. Well, you know, the whole creating and keeping distance thing didn't work so well, so maybe I'm gonna try and create a distraction. So up ahead of me, I'm going to create an illusion of a sign that says "Danger, detour, go this way." So rather than allowing people to go through the forest, I'm going to hopefully convince them to go in the complete wrong direction.
Okay, give me a intellect check, I guess. Is that difficulty?
All right. So let's see here. In intellect, and you know what? This is rather important to me, so I'm going to put some effort into it. And let's see what happens. Not so great.
Not the best, but the effort will help it out. That makes this a difficulty-free challenge. So, Passepartout, as you are chasing after the Great Sinsioga, you see this sign that says Detour. Please make me an intellect defense check.
Okay. And am I putting in a difficulty?
Difficulty-free.
No. Ah. Great.
This is clearly a trick. It maybe Yeah, so you can see Great Sinsioga running straight towards the forest, the sign saying detour. You also get a minor effect. Do you get a minor effect suggestion from your character sheet?
Let's see. My minor effect is the target is also dazed for 1 round. I don't think so. It says the target's dazed for 1 round, during which time the difficulty for all tasks it performs is modified by 1 step to its detriment.
We'll give you that. For your next intellect defense will be 1 step easier.
All right, I like that.
Cool.
Now, this illusion does last for 10 minutes. Is it going to apply to the other 2 races?
I think so. As we go through, we will apply that. Passepartout, that makes it your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna throw my head back and kind of like roll my eyes at this silly trick, and continue running into the forest, hopefully trying to escape this worm before it comes up again.
Sure thing. You're close enough to try and overtake Sinsioga if you'd like to.
Yes, I'm going to.
Difficulty 2.
Great.
So, Sinsioga, please make me a difficulty 2 speed defense check. What is your major effect suggestion?
My major effect suggestion is kind of bad for this, honestly. It says the illusion lasts for 1 hour, or if it already lasts longer than that, it lasts 24 hours. And my minor effect is your illusion has a special quality to it. Perhaps an observer sees an image of something from its past. So,
I'll hold on to that for just a second. I'll do something with it.
Okay.
Next in the order is Hail Mary. Hail Mary, you are running forward and you see the sign saying detour. Please make me a difficulty-free intellect defense check.
How far is the alien away?
It's about
Or not the alien, the
worm. Yes.
Yeah.
About a third of a mile.
Okay. Damn.
The detour. It seems like someone has found a secret pathway which the worm cannot follow.
I can't believe that they missed this. This is so great. I'm going to take that way because it is the correct way to go.
Okay, So, Hail Mary starts running approximately 90 degrees to the forest, off to the side. It is your turn, Hail Mary.
I want to do something kind of off kilter here. I would really like to run towards the worm.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's going to take my entire turn to get there, but when I get to the worm, I want to do something else.
Okay, well, you start running backwards. Cade Reynolds, you see Hail Mary literally run past you in the opposite direction towards the thing. You get the place for free at the start of your turn.
Where are you going?
I pulled something out of my playbook, and you don't need to know. It's secret.
Okay, don't die. Keep running.
Sure. Give me that intellect defense task, difficulty 3.
Okay, difficulty 3. Come on. Good God.
Really convincing sign. Avoid worms this way, you know? Like...
Idiots went the wrong way. Just follow the sign.
Sure thing. You start running 90 degrees to the thing as well. So this is a mess now.
You're welcome.
The worm is approaching. It's now a sixth of a mile away, much closer to Hail Mary than anyone else. Hail Mary, you'll be able to get to it this turn and do whatever you want to do if you want to do it. But we'll start with the Great Cincioga dashing towards the forest at the front.
All right. Well, clearly my sign didn't work on Miss Passeporte, so I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try and just make her forget that she's racing.
Oh no.
Okay. Yep. Wishing to remind one can make an intellect roll on a success. You think so? Give us the intellect attack roll to set the difficulty. Difficulty 5 there, Passepartout. So now the way the difficulties work is, the difficulty multiplied by 3 is the number that you need to roll on a d20.
Right.
So you need to get 15 or higher on a d20 currently. A 6 would make it 18. A 7 all the way up to 10 is technically impossible without using effort or some training.
Right.
So, what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna use a little bit of effort here. I do enjoy racing. It's a difficulty 4.
5.
5. The extra effort makes it a 5. Yeah.
So I guess I'll use a point of effort. Not really sure how much is a wise decision.
Well,
I think it'd be pretty bad if I forgot that I was racing.
I ignore effort limits because I love you all to burn up all of your points in one shots. But essentially, 1 point of effort will cost you 3 points of intellect, but the second one will only cost you 2. And every single time you use a level of effort, it reduces the difficulty by 1. So 1 level of effort reduces the difficulty from 5 to 4, 4 to 3. If you were to use 5 levels of effort, you could do it for free. You wouldn't have to roll.
Gosh, intellect's my worst one. I'm just gonna use the 1.
Okay.
I should have used more anyway. Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. I would have had a 7.
Yeah, no, you were still off by 2. So, as you are running, Jeannie, weren't you supposed to be heading to France? Don't you have a deadline there to get around the world in time?
Dang international datelines. They always mess me up. I'll stop and look around. Try to figure out which way's France.
It is your turn if you'd like to take an action. If you feel that this would stun you for a round, we can also do that.
I think it would. I think that would be distracting enough to me to have to wait until I see another racer come through.
And the other racers have run off at 90 degrees and back to the thing. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so Passepartout stops, not really sure what's going on. Next, we will go to Cade Reynolds, currently running at 90 degrees to the forest. Sure, they have found a shortcut.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so it says I start with a variety of machine tools. Can that include batteries?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I can do this or not, but I have the Tinker ability where you can make a device do something different than its original purpose. I want to rig up like roller skates with my batteries, like put them on the bottom of my shoes. I don't know if that's even possible. I just thought it'd be kind of like Heelys, like just kind of I can skate a little bit instead of running.
Hell yeah. Yeah, of course you can. Let's see how good they are, though.
Okay.
Make me a difficulty 0 intellect roll, and we'll scale it up, you know?
Oh my god.
So this kind of looks like someone sellotape batteries to a shoe.
Wait, is it that he used 9-volt batteries instead of like AA's or something?
I absolutely did.
So just like sandal clock sort of thing.
Yeah. He puts them on the bottom of his shoes like, Cade, you've done it again. And just kind of tries to glide.
Fantastic. Is there anything else? That kind of is your action, I suppose. I suppose you carry on moving 90 degrees, right?
Yeah. I mean, he has no idea.
Fantastic. Lastly, Hail Mary running towards the worm. I'm very excited for this. You're muted.
When do we tell her she's muted?
I don't know if it's Zoom.
I
or
couldn't
what.
find.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
I
are.
couldn't get it to unmute. It was very weird. So on Earth, there is this sport where people ride on the back of crazy big animals, and they like hold on to them and yeah. And I really want to do that on the back of the worm, and hope that the worm can go faster than me. So, I'm gonna take a rope and I'm gonna tie it around this worm, and I'm gonna see how fast I can go on it.
Okay, so as the rumbling in the ground, you can see the ground starting to rise as the worm's about to emerge again. This is going to be, I think, maybe a speed roll to try and lasso. That seem right? The worm is a difficulty 6 creature.
Well, I'm definitely gonna put some effort into this because this is important stuff right here.
Of course, yeah.
And I did it.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you did. How does this look? You tell me.
Well, good question. So I lasso it, and then I'm able to like use the rope to climb up on its back, and I'm holding it like a rodeo person would, and then like, yeah, and it's gonna go forward or the right direction, like a worm. And I'm
It starts plunging back towards the ground with you on its back, and you're able to keep it above ground level, and it would seem that you are in fact riding a worm.
And if it tries to go back in, I'm gonna be like, oh no you don't, and then keep on going.
Yeah, of course. And at that moment in time, everything shifts. The sand changes color. There's a stone structure around you. It looks a bit like an oval, and suddenly people are cheering. I should have got more music prepared for this. Suddenly people are cheering.
Are they cheering for me because I'm a rodeo cow boy?
Wait for it. Each of you is now in a chariot. Grace and Yoga, you are at the front. Jean and Passepartout, you are a little behind them. Cade Reynolds, you are also behind them. There does look like someone has put blocks on your wheels, sort of like teeth. Hail Mary, you are at the back, riding a beast creature. I'm trying to think of something bigger and more awesome than a lion. I think I'm going to go with lion.
A chimera.
Hell yeah, why not? Yeah, you can go, yeah. Chimera, whatever. I don't even know how you pronounce that word.
I don't know how you pronounce it either.
There's a snake, a lion, and a dog, right? Yeah.
Goat, something
Goat.
like that.
Goat, maybe. Maybe there's a bit of peacock in one of the feet. Who knows at this point? Oh, thank you, Metal Bar. Do whatever you want with this. I don't know. I'm just here to support you lovely people. Well, since it's a £5 donation, I'm going to take a disadvantage to use for my own personal uses. Thank you. So, we go back to the top of the round. Let's start with Sinsyoga in your chariot.
Okay, so the erase in memory seemed to work pretty well on Miss Passport Out. So I think I'm just going to try and take off and create as much distance as possible while she's confused.
Valid. Okay. Yeah, okay, so difficulty 4, speed roll. I think, Jorska, if you would agree with your confusion of not being in France and then suddenly being in Rome, I might make this one step harder if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, seem valid? So,
I think so.
to catch up to the Great Sinsyoga, that'll be a difficulty 5.
All right.
Difficulty 5 check.
Like, oh yeah, it's a race. After sitting there for a minute, 5. See, not adding any effort.
You're not going to catch them. You are not going to
Oh,
catch them. So the Great Sinsyoga creates some distance between you.
This isn't France. Whatever
you-
you do with a chariot.
Can hear people cheering, roses being thrown onto the sand around the edges, and Passepartout, that does make it your turn. There is now a lead between you and the Great Sinsyoga, so you can't overtake, but you can try to catch up.
I am gonna try to catch up. And I'll be yelling the whole time. I'm very upset about this because I thought I was getting caught up with him. All right. So many tabs. So. Sorry, I'm very slow. There we go.
No, you are just fine. As a difficulty 4 check for them to try and catch
Oh.
up with you.
Yeah.
Sinsyoga.
There we go.
So,
Do this.
yeah.
I do not.
You do not. So the distance is closed. Passepartout catches up to you, and that lead is lost. They managed to sort things out, and they're right back behind you. How does this look? How are you all taking to like chariots? Do you all take to it naturally? Are any of you upside down, or I don't know.
Chariot's not that different from a cart. You know, instead of a button, you just do this.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely the knobby wheels from putting the devolve batteries on it.
It's not any different than riding an elephant, which I've done before.
I mean, I was just riding a beast, so I'm sure I can control this cart.
Well, you are of course not in a cart. You're on a chimera, which is a very different thing. So.
I got this handled. Oh yeah.
Next, we have Cade Reynolds. You can see 2 people in chariots diving away. For a moment, you feel like you should be heading towards the crowd, but then you realize clearly the racetrack goes this way. So yeah, you can see Genie Passepartout just catching up with the Great Sinsyoga just ahead of you.
All right. So am I heading the right way this time?
Yeah. There'll be just like a moment of like correction, but you're all good.
Okay. I'm gonna try to close the distance then.
Sure thing.
So just speed, no difficulty.
Speed test, no difficulty. You're essentially setting the difficulty for them.
Gotcha. Not gonna spend any effort. Oh my god, my rolls.
Difficulty 2. Je ne passe pas tout. Can you give us a difficulty 2 defense roll?
We will see. Two. Oh!
You were doing so well at catching up, Eugenie. So well. However, you can see your right wheel starts to wobble.
Mhm.
Starts to wobble a bit more. It's almost certainly coming loose.
Yeah, it was right when I was about to like turn and slam into Sense Yoga. Anyway, so I feel like it's what I deserve.
Fair. Okay. Well, good on you for punishing it before you even do the thing. Yeah, it seems like your cart's going to be in a bad way very soon. With this, I think, Cade Reynolds, you actually take their place. You can overtake them as they're in trouble.
Sweet.
However, it is now Hail Mary's turn, and they are almost literally riding a dragon. So, Hail Mary, what do you do? We have it on good authority that chimeras also breathe fire, so...
I'm gonna light things up, of course. Then I'm gonna have my dragon, spray some fire as I go through, because I need like that entrance, of course, into the like second place, I guess, or like first, second, third place, somewhere not last place.
Yeah, of course. Well, you can see Passepartout just ahead in third. Teehee. Thank you as well, Madrogue. That is the perfect time for that donation. Oh, hang on a minute. Did you... Same donation twice? Thank you so much. Teehee. I don't know whether to make it one big one or do two little ones, but we'll do something. Okay, so are you breathing fire on Passepartout or
On their carts, like on their wheels? I want to burn their wheels off.
I
don't want to harm them. That's not very nice, but I do want to burn their wheels up.
Sure thing. Give me strength or dex. Strength or dex? Strength or speed. Up to you. Might or speed. I could see you wrestling the camera's head the right way and fending off the goat. Or just plain aiming if you've already got a good handle on them.
I mean, I have watched a thing called WWE. I think that was the correct term for it. And like, hoya! And like, I'm going to wrestle its head to the right direction. Is there a difficulty on this?
You will be setting the difficulty for Genie to dodge.
That's that's right. Oh, we did pretty good that time.
You did do pretty good. Genie Passepartout, I'm afraid that is a difficulty 5 check for you to dodge. I would argue it's probably speed to dodge.
Okay. Well, let's put in some effort here. I guess my wheel's about to come off anyway. Could I ask what the consequence of this landing would be? Would I just be out of luck? I'd be on the ground, essentially?
You would take damage to your might pool.
I'm going to put some effort into that. I will put in 2 points of effort, which is 5 points, right? My pool?
That is 5 points, yeah.
Whew.
Hey, that was exactly the same roll. You met it, so you avoid the fire.
Goodness.
Which is a minor miracle, because as the fire hits the ground, you suddenly see the ground start to light up. As you can see this thin film on the ground around, and it would seem someone has oiled the track. As the whole ring bursts into flame, and you are suddenly surrounded by a literal torus of fire.
I mean, I know that WWE is for entertainment and stuff, but they really put out all the stops for this showmanship they got going on this one.
Can everyone please make me a difficulty-free speed check, or take 5 points of damage? Yeah, everyone as the ring catches fire. This is a donation explosion.
Oh,
Touchdown.
free.
Hey, Yoga.
Yep.
Driving through the fire would be a shortcut.
That sounds correct.
Today Justin is playing a character who has the handle Mad, which means I can give them strange impetuses and occasionally inflict GM intrusions on them.
You know, I've had so much great luck with GM intrusions. Historically, I decided to create a character that allows you to do it extra.
Teehee. Thank you so much, Mad Rogue, for coming in with the donations. I'll make sure we get some. We'll make sure we get some clips of those moments. Have a good night. Okay, so what have we got here? Well, all successes except for Cade Reynolds. Cade, please take 5 damage to your might pool as you catch fire.
Oh boy. Okay, that's not great.
How you doing there? How's your might pool looking?
2.
Okay, good. This is fine.
I am not a strong man.
So we go back to the top of the round with the great Cincioga.
So, when I selected Matt, I selected a random, weird, esoteric knowledge as part of my Matt thing, and I ended up rolling on a random table and got quantum tunneling. So I'm imagining that I'm somehow convinced that I can use this fire to create a quantum tunnel to get ahead in the race, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Because it's, the fire is a shortcut, and it must be through quantum tunneling that I can get further ahead of the group.
Sure thing.
So what should I roll for this?
Feels like intellect to me. Would you agree?
Yeah, it makes sense. Should I set a difficulty as I am about to drive straight into fire?
No. Difficulty 0. We'll scale it.
All right. 5.
5. That's pretty good. May I offer you a GM intrusion?
Let's do it.
Great. As you create this quantum tunnel, you suddenly reappear in 0G. You are no longer on the racetrack. However, you are still wearing slightly Romanesque garb. 3 people turn to look at you in white boiler suits in 0G. One of them is trying to eat a banana. The other 2 are almost having an apoplexy at you being there with them in this situation. The radio comes on nearby, the VRT, and says, Apollo 13, we have 2 minutes until blackout.
Hey everyone, I'm the great Cincioga. Pop, pop, pop.
I'm looking at you. Dean, are we on Vox? No, sir. Okay. Keep it that way.
So, came here through a quantum tunnel. I'm in a race. Any idea how to get back to the race? No?
Banana just bounces off the head, moves away. And we go back to the racetrack, where Cade Reynolds, the person in front of you, has just disappeared.
Oh God, he got burned up.
He drove into the fires, and then some sort of weird lightning happened, and there's just two like lightning fire tire tracks now.
As he rides by, he goes, "Classic fire lightning." So am I in the lead right now?
You're in the lead right now, yeah.
All right. So the fire's still going, so I'm going to use my ability, and I'm going to hover. I'm going to control gravity, and I'm going to try and hover the cart above the fire so it keeps going.
Okay. Very nice.
I don't know what to roll for that though.
Is that an ability?
Yeah. So it's my focus ability.
You know, I think I'll just let that happen. That sounds awesome. So you can just have that as an effect. If you like, you can still roll speed to try and create some distance between you and. Well, let's see. You set everything on fire. But you're not in last anymore. I've still got it as +2 behind you, so we'll go with that for now.
Okay. All right. So I'll do a speed roll. Let's see what we got. Oh my god.
Oh.
Like I said, we'll just let that happen until you rolled a 1. The batteries on your wheels short with this ability that you were doing. The whole never pass an electromagnet through a current or something like that. Just breaks it, and the cart crashes into the ground. Make me a speed defense roll.
So speed defense.
The reason we say defense is a normal speed roll unless you're trained in speed defense.
Oh, okay. So I think just a normal speed roll then, right? I think so. Hey, I rolled something good.
Oh, yeah. So despite landing back in the fire, you are able to rock the cart from side to side and all the rest of it, like maybe skittering on the edge of like hovering and not hovering, and come out the other side without being harmed. You haven't managed to create distance, though. It's just taken you more time and effort than you expected. And we find Puspatu behind you.
All right. It's my turn, right? Or
It is.
no? I want to try to jump onto his chariot. My wheel's coming off. I got lit on fire. Things are bad. It's time to jump ship.
Okay.
So, I don't know what to roll for that.
Speed, if you or maybe might. It could be might because it's going to be like a standing jump, right, from a moving cart. Like there's not really a lot of
Yeah.
run-up room.
Yeah. Now, I have this thing called Muscles of Iron.
Do you
It's an
now?
ability that costs 1. It's cost 1 for my might pool. And for the next 10 minutes, the difficulty of all might-based actions other than attack rolls that I attempt is reduced by 1 step. Can I do that and jump?
Hell yes.
All right, I'm gonna do that. So I will spend my might pool here, and then I will make a jump using my might. I didn't do anything with it. I just wanted to spend it.
That's fine. So that would make it difficulty 2, but with your extra muscles of iron, that makes it a difficulty 3. Kate Reynolds, someone's trying to jump on your cart. Why don't you give us a difficulty 3, I don't know, speed, strength, defense, whatever you fancy, really.
All right. I guess I'll go with speed, and I'll try to like move the cart out of the way a little bit. All right, and then it's difficulty 2,
3.
3. Okay. Hey.
No.
Unfortunately, Ginny, as you jump, the cart just almost, unpredictably, you're not even really sure if Cade Reynolds is predicting it at this point, as the hover is kicking in and out. You just can't quite get on there. However, you have left your own cart.
Yep.
Hail Mary, it is your turn. You can see Genie Passepartout on the track ahead of you, cartless, and Cade Reynolds sort of rattling around, having taken a dip in fire.
I think they're trying to cheat, and I think they're trying to team up on us. Is what they're trying to do. So I'm gonna try to just zoom on right past them because that's not great that they're doing that. Speed is 3 or no 0, and then right.
Setting difficulty, yeah. I will.
Oh,
Damn. Okay, so Genie Passepartout, as Hail Mary tries to overtake you using their camera, because you don't have a vehicle at the moment, I'd like to make that 1 step harder, which would make it difficulty 7 and impossible. You can use effort to make it possible again.
From speed?
If you would just like to book it, yeah.
Gosh. I don't know. I don't even think I can try to catch up. If it's that I jumped out of my cart, I'm going to be in last place.
Okay, that's fine. Sure thing. The camera passes you then, if you choose to fail.
Yeah, I mean, I the only thing I can think of to do would be to try to grab onto it. But I don't know what. Again, would that be speed? Would it be...
May I offer you a GM intrusion? I offered one to
intrude away.
Justin just a moment ago. Essentially, a GM intrusion is my way of changing around the story. Sometimes it'll be to your advantage. Sometimes it'll be to your deficit.
Yeah, intrude away.
Sure thing. The scene changes. Suddenly, you are not in racing chariots. All of you are levitating like Cade was on a desert somewhere else. Maybe some point in time, some distance away.
Am I also there?
Cincioga, you are also there. You are also in one of these floating chariots with large engines on reins. You are falling from the sky above the group.
I'm eating a banana.
Sure thing. Cade Reynolds, you'll be ahead. Please describe your definitely not Star Wars copyrighted futuristic racer.
I knew it.
Yeah.
It's a racer pod, not a pod racer. These are legally distinct.
All right. So, as he's kind of hovering and the scene changes, like he, where the horses were, like kind of extend out, and now he has 2 engines that sort of have like unicorn heads on them, and his own cart is kind of looks like what the Roman cart looked like, but it kind of also extended out and has just unicorn horns poke around. He goes, "Ha! Unicorns, sweet," and just kind of hits the throttle.
Fantastic. Sorry, I also love rod pacing in chat there. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. Okay, so Cade Reynolds currently in the lead. Cincioga, I feel like we need to place you. So as you are falling, please make me a strength check to try and steer yourself onto the into position on the track.
Would I be able to use my magic training to maybe guide this thing more effectively?
Yeah, sure. We'll make it 1 step easier, whatever it is.
Okay. And then, let's see here. So I'm going to roll might, I guess. And, you know what? We're going to use some might, or some effort. So... 4 total between the magic training, the effort, and the roll.
Yeah, that makes a total of 4. I feel like that puts you neck and neck with Hail Mary. That's cool with everyone. So we have Cade up front. This pen's broken. We have Cincioga and Hail Mary in joint second, and at the back there, we have Je ne passe pas tout, but we'll get to
Yeah.
you very shortly. Cincioga, would you like to describe your pod racer to us?
Yeah, so obviously it's red because red is faster than everything else. And, it's going to have one big pod up front that looks like a giant firework. And it may or may not be ready to explode at any second. And then the cart itself, looks like some sort of weird sci-fi mining cart.
Okay. How about Hail Mary?
I think I'm gonna keep on with this Chimera theme, and the sides are gonna be like the pod engines with dragon flames down the side, and then the steering wheel is just gonna come up like the goat's horns will, and I'm steering it with my goat horns, and it's fast too because it has flames.
Of course. And at the back there, Ginny, what would your rod pacer look like? Especially having lost your chariot.
Yeah. Those Victorian bicycles where the one tire's really, really big in the back and the others are really small. So it's similar to that, where you got the really big one in the back, two little small ones in the front, and one of them is kind of coming loose still, fritzing out, and I don't even know if I'm on it or just next to it and it's not going. Probably I'm not even moving at the moment. I'll have to get into it and go.
Fantastic. Well, all of you are approaching a large cavern. A tunnel system, perhaps, or some sort of large plain thing with a roof. It's interesting. Lots of stalagmites and especially large stalactites hanging from the ceiling. Thank you very much, Mad Rogue, who has gone to bed for the donation. This is going to be fun. As you are all entering the cavern, there is a... you can hear the sound of a desert person nearby setting off explosives. It's sort of just like sort of sound, and there's an explosion that goes off on the ceiling, and the whole cavern shakes, and you can see stone starting to fall from the ceiling. Cade Reynolds, well, actually, we'll do everyone. Everyone, as you enter, please make me a dex check straight away to try and avoid taking damage from the falling stalactites.
Speed check?
Yeah, or speed, yeah.
It's speed defense, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Which I realize that I am trained in.
Hey,
being
just
an
one
impulsive person.
step easier then.
A little, just a little too late. It's fine.
Hey.
This is fine.
No, I'm having fun. No, don't get me wrong.
Okay. I didn't actually state the difficulty, did I? Usually I set it to 3. We'll go with that. So let's see. So, Cade Reynolds, you're fine. You can dodge the stalactites. You've learnt the error of your ways with the hovering and the blowing up and the batteries. Unfortunately, the Great Sense Yoga and Je ne passe pas tout, not so much. Not so much. Each of you is going to take... one of you roll me 1d10.
This is rod pacing.
Is it 1d10? Oh.
Well, very similar numbers. We'll make it the lesser of the two. 6. You each take 6 points of damage to your might pool.
Oof.
Alrighty then.
And we carry on in order. So, Cade Reynolds, you are ahead. As you say, this is rod pacing.
So I have a question. I have a mechanical skill that I'm trained in all actions involving using, repairing, and crafting machines. Would that help my speed check at all, or is that something different?
You're definitely using a machine right now. Hell yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So I'm gonna try to make some distance, and I guess do I add anything to the speed roll?
No, we'll just add to it afterwards.
Okay. And then.
Oh, okay. Do you have a minor effect suggestion?
So the minor effect I have is that the hover is just the duration's doubled. So I guess can I make it so like it just gets like a temporary little like boost forward?
Definitely. I've played Star Wars Online, the thing with the boost. Yeah, you get a boost. You get you're trying to create distance, and since Yoga and Hail Mary, I would love to see either of you beat a difficulty 7 speed defense check to stop Cade from getting this lead. See Justin doing the maths, figuring out how much effort they can spend. No. So Cade just tears away. Already had a unit of distance from the last round, so now has an extra one. Cade Reynolds really running away with this week. Really running away. Next, we've got Yoga and Hail Mary neck and neck trying to catch Cade. We'll go to the pair of you.
Well, obviously I'm in a tunnel, and if you're in a tunnel, you should try quantum tunneling. So I'm gonna try that again.
Sure thing. Okay, so it's an awful roll, but you've got training and a whole lot of effort, which brings it up to difficulty 3. What kind of defense roll do you think Cade would have to make to stop you from catching up to this?
I think that it would either have to be speed in he just goes faster, or it could be intelligence as he predicts, my shenanigans.
Okay, so those are your those are your options, Cade, to try and defend your lead. You can tell the Great Yoga is trying to pull some quantum shenanigans on you.
So what exactly does Edge do again?
So Edge will reduce the cost of the effort that you use. So it'll work it out all on the thing for you. So you can see Yoga there has used effort twice. And at the bottom, it's worked out the cost for him. So instead of costing 5, because of his 1 edge, it's only cost 4.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna try to do an intellect, see if because I saw the fire lightning the first time, I won't fall for it again. So I'll do that, and then what's the difficulty?
This will be difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Okay,
Can we count a tunnel as an asset?
No.
I
had to ask.
Effort. Nope.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. Awful rolls from both of you. So it would seem Yoga is able to close the distance. How about Hail Mary?
Sorry, I'm having issues again.
Okay.
So as we're going, there's a boulder that falls in my hands, and it has these 3 holes that are like perfect for me to put my fingers in. And I'm gonna try to pull and hit them so that I can, get on past.
When you say them, do you mean Cade or the Great Yoga?
Well, I mean, like bowling pins, I'm hoping that I can maybe get both of them. If I can't, I'm going to go for who's ever directly in front of me.
Well, you are currently sort of neck and neck with Yoga. Yoga's made a move. They're going to close one of the units of distance. I've just looked down. There's 2 units of distance. So they'll close 1 unit of distance. You could try and use it on them, and maybe, if it's a really good roll, trick shot it into Cade as well.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Like that,
Yeah,
two bowling pins that are far apart, and it's like ping ping.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do. So I'll go ahead and roll that, and I'm gonna put some effort into that. And I'm gonna mite that because it's a hefty throw, of course.
Of course.
Is it 4? Or is it 0?
0, you'll be setting the difficulty, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna put some effort into that. Oh boy, that was not great at all. That was not great.
So as you put your fingers in and you're lining up this shot, you feel something clamp onto your finger.
What in tarnations is this?
I don't know, but it's not letting go.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
That's a turtle you grabbed there.
A turtle?
Yeah, they don't let go when they bite.
Well, shoot, maybe I can throw it like a frisbee next time.
So no attack this time. In that instance, then the order now is 1 unit of distance, then Cincioga, then Hail Mary, and lastly Passepartout. It's your turn.
All right. Well, I need to do something in order to catch myself up here. Now I don't have any. I didn't actually take any items, but I do have a weapon of my choice. I want to. I would assume that Passepartout would have some sort of firearm. I just want to shoot above the cave, above their heads, and see if I can knock any stalactites down.
See now, Passepartout sounds French, right? And it's actually not that common that they would have a firearm, but what they might have is like a flare gun or something like that. Yeah.
Perhaps a white flag.
This is 1870s French Passepartout.
Yeah. They were very successful until it got a bit cold. So, sure. So you want to try and bring down more stuff on top of people?
Yes.
Yeah. Make me an attack roll.
How am I doing this? I don't have anything here under my attacks. What am I?
Just give us a strength roll. Thank you, Tater, for gifting Mackenzie a sub. That is their 102nd gift sub in the channel. Crazy amounts of gift subs. Thank you so much, Tater.
There we go.
Oh boy. Oh boy, everyone. Can everyone, including Genie, please make me a difficulty 6 speed defense check.
Good.
As the flare hits the roof and it creates a secondary explosion.
Difficulty 6. Alrighty. Hey!
Oh.
So I guess that's because the Great Cincioga is currently tunneling, right? Tunneling at the time. That will help. Genie, I would like you to make a check as well, as you are also under the roof.
Of course I am. I set that at 6. Whew. Let's put in some effort. Oh no!
Amazing.
So as you as this is going on, and you can see that stalactite hits Hail Mary. They take another 4 points of damage. I think that's the damage for a medium weapon. 4. You can see that way up front there, Cade takes another 4 damage as well to their might pool, which will give you an inability, right? Makes everything one step harder. Once you've depleted your might pool, it goes onto your speed pool. Oh, and you, Joska, you get the advantage from Mackenzie. She was very happy to play with you this season.
Oh, thank you. I need it, obviously.
Yeah. And also you can see it hitting everyone left, right, and center. It also hits Hail Mary Cade, and the Great Sense Yoga avoids it. But you are so happy with your results that you forget the fact that this may also hit you.
Yes.
And I think much like your wheel, much like the fire, much like diving out of the cart, a stalactite is going to plummet through one of your engines.
Man. Well, you know what? That's all part of the adventure, right?
Yeah, this is fine, right? You can see.
It's fine. I'll figure something out.
You can see the coupling lightning sort of like sputtering.
That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good.
Let's go back.
Does damage carry over from one to the other? Because I still have 2 points left because of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Carries over. Yeah. So like your total pulls makes up your health essentially.
Gotcha. Okay.
What you can do as well though, and this may be relevant now, is you can take something called a recovery action to restore points. This would cost you an action, so it would cost you your turn action. But you can roll 1d6 plus 1 and add the points to your pools as you see fit. The first time you do it, it costs an action. The second time you do it, it costs 10 minutes. The third time you do it, it takes an hour. And the fourth time you do it, it costs 10 hours.
Ah. Okay. Neat. Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, I'm very sorry. That's
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
bad. Cade, it is your turn as you are in
Okay.
the lead.
I think I'm gonna keep trying to pull away. So it's another speed check.
Of course, since your might pool is now depleted, this will be one step harder.
Okay, so then it'll be one.
We can
right?
add that up afterwards. That's fine. We can.
Oh, okay. Do that. Not great.
Yeah, and move it one step harder as well. It's only difficulty 1 now. Since Yoga, there's still 1 unit of distance ahead of you. Can you make me a difficulty 1 speed defense check to stop that becoming 2?
Yeah, as we're still in the tunnel, I'm gonna, continue quantum tunneling to try and keep up with him and use that as my defensia, if that's all right with you. Was that okay? Awesome. So let's do that then.
Oh boy, yeah. You can, Cade Reynolds. They're slowing down. They don't create any more distance on you, and very quickly it becomes your turn.
Is there any special effect?
Minor effect is something to do with illusions, right?
Yes. Your illusion has a special quality to it. Perhaps the observer sees an image, something from his past.
How about we say that your like quantum tunneling leaves hypnotic circles behind you?
I'm 100% A-okay with this.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now that it's come around to my turn, I'd like... How wide is this tunnel?
Oh, very wide. Very wide. But you can see you're all heading towards like a bottleneck mouth opening.
So like maybe 10 feet wide or 20 feet wide?
Well, the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the tunnel.
Oh, so it's more like a ceilinged plateau cavern. So it's more like 100, 200 feet wide. But you can see you're heading for this bottleneck of light ahead.
Okay. I'm assuming there's some slag mites that are coming up from the ground.
Oh, yes.
Then?
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift the terrain using my illusion magic. I'm going to make it to where there is some stalagmites where there aren't any, and some, stalagmites aren't there where they actually are, so that people will drive into stalagmites thinking they're dodging.
Okay. Sure. Give me an intellect attack roll. We'll see if we can set some difficulty here.
All right. You know what? I feel like I should use some effort here.
We'll give you 1 level of training anyway because of your hypnotic patterns.
Excellent. That's a 1.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, there's only one way this can go, right?
I'm the way this goes is I use my advantage.
Okay. Yep.
So let me re-roll that real quick.
Okay. 2 plus 2 that makes 5.
Plus
Okay, so
4.
that's pretty good. Yeah, you rearrange the stalactites. Stalagmites. You know, I'm really annoyed because you know what someone taught me once, which has really stuck in my head forever? They taught me that it's stalagmites, right? Like an M?
Mm-hmm.
And it's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's stalagmites come upwards, don't they?
Yeah. See,
stalagmite.
stalactites hold on tight. Stalagmites, they're strong, so they get real big.
It's just really disappointing because I really liked that, you know? Stalagmites.
Yeah, I always learned it like stalag has a G, so it comes from the ground. Stalag has a C, so it comes from the ceiling.
No, I'm an uncouth yob, so as far as I'm concerned, the only difference between the words is the t and the m. I pronounce
How
them
much-
exactly the same otherwise.
Spelunking does one do on a daily basis anyway?
It depends on the day, I suppose. So, difficulty 5 check. Yes. Cade Reynolds, we're going to say that you are too far ahead for this to affect you. However, Hail Mary and Passepartout, this will affect you. So can you please both make me a difficulty 5 intellect defense check?
Right.
I was hoping this was affecting Cade. That was the main person I wanted to affect. I want him to crash into things.
Okay, there's currently a unit of distance between the two of you, so they are quite ahead. I can see you affecting the things around you. Does it say anything about range on your illusion magic?
It says create a single image within immediate range.
There we go.
Okay.
So close, Genie. That is a success for Hail Mary. Hail Mary, you can see the difference in these stalactites, mites, and you can evade them easily. Genie, what happens? It's all going wrong.
Oh, goodness. So he rearranged them. We're close to the end. I think I try to veer off to avoid what's rearranged in front of me, and now I think I'm heading in the entirely wrong direction. Further increasing this lead that everyone has on me.
Of course, yes. I think we will put 1 unit of distance between you and everyone else now. And at this moment, I would like to offer you another GM intrusion. To Genie, specifically.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said, would I like a GM intrusion?
Yeah.
Yes, always.
At this point, your coupling winks out, and the engines suddenly split off.
Oh no!
They explode. And as they do, the whole cavern roof starts to come down. Just before everyone is crushed, we transport scenes again. We're all in cars now. We can describe the cars as we go. I haven't forgotten what the order is. Hail Mary, it will be your turn next. But we are racing around the car park of an airport now, in a somewhat familiar scene to some other characters who we're not playing currently. Why don't we have a quick description of our cars? We'll start with Cade.
Cade is driving what looks to be basically the Mach 5. It's just like the pointy front white car with like the half dome windshield, very much like Speed Racer.
Beautiful, love it. And Santiago?
Garbage truck, because he is a trash goblin. I mean, he's the greatest.
Of course. Hail Mary.
I'm driving one of those cars that has like the train behind it where you put your suitcases in it. Like, oh yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm driving one of those.
Fantastic. And Ginny.
I am in an AMC Gremlin in the gaudiest color possible. The windshield has a large crack over it, and one of my tires is slightly flat. I think there's also a lot of smoke roiling out of the engine case.
Yeah, that seems valid.
Mm-hmm.
That seems valid. So then, Hail Mary, it was your turn. At the moment, the running is Cade is in front with 1 unit of distance between them and Santiago. You are reasonably close to Santiago. You could try and overtake them if you like. And there is 1 unit of distance between you and Passepartout, who is behind by a little way.
So in cartoon fashion, because that's what this is, right? I want to take that turtle that was connected to my hand and I want to dunk it on his windshield and break his windshield and try to get, cause some damage.
Sure thing. Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Does it count as a light weapon?
Okay. And just difficulty 0?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh.
The great Santiago, Hail Mary has come up to you and tried to bash in your windows. Can you please give us a difficulty 5 might or speed defense check?
I'd like to defend by generating an illusion of where I am as, there's 2 of me now, and, maybe it's a little hard to tell which one's which.
Sure thing. Defending with intelligence then?
Yes.
Okay.
And would my magical training count as an asset for the purposes of this?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right. And we're gonna put 1 effort in. So, boom.
And what is your major effect? Oh, your major effect is that it becomes permanent. So there are currently 2 Santiagos.
Wow.
And unfortunately, Hail Mary, despite not being able to hit one, you can't figure out which one's the real one.
Well, that's really confusing.
Yeah.
They have too many people out on the court. They should be penalized.
We will never find out why Roll20 loves Justin so much. We will never know. So no place has changed there. We have a unit of distance and then Passepartout at the back.
I'm gonna slam on the gas. I just need to close some distance.
Sure thing.
So, speed, I would assume.
Yes, indeed. Setting the difficulty for Kylie to defend. Okay, difficulty 5.
Decent.
Hail Mary, would you like to try and defend your lead there with a difficulty 5 speed defense check? Yeah, no, that is a failure. So Passepartout, you are able to catch up a little bit. Maybe the car's level is helping you out somewhat. We end up back at the top of the order as we leave this car park and enter the main runway section, where you can see lights flashing all the way down the line. And Cade, you are in the lead.
Okay. I am going to use my Tinker ability, and I'm going to pull the radio out of the dashboard and put a couple wires together and try to see if it'll blow up and kind of throw it over behind my shoulder to the cars behind me.
I love that. Okay. Intellect attack roll.
Okay. Just difficulty 0?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Difficulty 2, you know. Unfortunately, you're also impaired as well, so that makes that one step harder, which will only make that difficulty 1.
With the blue wire instead of the red wire.
Yeah, so, Great Sense Yoga, you can see this car radio flying towards you. He's making a difficulty 1 speed defense check to avoid getting hit by it.
So with there being 2 Sense Yogas here, what exactly is that effect for my defense?
Yeah, I think you're right. That would give you an asset for your defense, which means you don't have to roll for this. It just hits the wrong one and lands on the ground, unfortunately, Cade.
Any second now. Any second now.
I feel so bad. You've created so many things and they just keep failing.
There's duds.
The Wismos are impairing his creations.
It would seem that way. It would seem that way. Well, after Cade, since Yoga, it is your turn.
All right, well, it's about time that I close this distance that's been kept between me and Cade. So, you know, is there any tunnels around for me to quantum tunnel through?
Yeah, sure. There's always tunnels around at airports, right? If nothing else, you could try and squeeze through one of them, like, you know, boarding tunnels. You know, there's always tunnels around.
All right, in that case, yeah, I'm gonna try using some quantum tunneling to get ahead.
Okay.
Happy to roll and do my quantum tunnel tire tracks still leave hypnotic patterns behind them as well? Or is that effect faded since?
Yeah, I think we used that as an asset for the last thing, and I think that will be the end of that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was only a minor effect rather than the permanent effect. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. All right, let's do this.
Oh boy.
I will use my XP to say no.
That's true. If I've
so-
intruded on you, you have XP to re-roll.
So I'm gonna try that again.
Okay, so difficulty 2 quantum tunnel to try and close the distance between you and Cade. Cade, give me a difficulty 2 speed defense check.
Alright, difficulty 2. Hey!
Oh. Yeah, you maintain that lead. Since Yoga, you just can't quite catch up. They always seem to be just ahead as they make their way down the main runway. Yeah, funny, there's a signal tower that seems to be flashing red. But Hail Mary, it's your turn.
Is this our last turn?
No.
Okay. I would like to kind of rummage around in my car a little bit, see what I can find. Probably like an empty can or something. Pull it out, hit it with the stick, and try to hit the car in front of me with this can to try to scare them to swerve off the road.
Okay, so attacking the Great Sense Yoga. Give me a attack roll, I guess. Might, speed. What do you fancy?
Can I try to do it with Mike? Because I gotta hit the can real hard with this bat.
Sure, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Whoever's cat that is, that's so cute. Oh boy.
Sorry.
That's not gone great.
Oh wait, I have an XP or not an XP and
An
gifted.
advantage.
Yeah,
You do.
can I re-roll?
Sure.
Oh, do I need to re-roll?
Yes, currently they're beating your difficulty by 3. Oh, well. I mean, you know, it's not quite the same roll, but it's close. Yeah, no, this can just, I guess, clatters.
It was a foul ball.
Oh, hang on a minute. You just hit a can at a garbage truck, so I guess it just hits the garbage disposal. That
Yeah,
just
well.
adds to the pile.
As it lands in, some fireworks appear on the side of the
a truck that says "The Great Since Yoga." Pop, 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 pop.
Je ne passe pas tout.
What do all the racers look like right now? I've caught up with somebody.
Hail Mary is just ahead of you. They are within passing range, and they are currently driving in like the airport ferry car things. Ahead of them is Cincioga in a garbage truck, and way off in the distance you can see Cade Reynolds in a Mach 5 style speed racer car, racing into the distance.
Well, Hail Mary just had to open up a window to get this can out. I'm going to try to fire my my flare gun into said window.
Sure.
All right. What am I rolling?
I think that'd be a speed attack.
All right, here we go. I want to distract her and make her veer off the road. Oh goodness.
You know, stranger things have happened. Hail Mary, can you please make us a difficulty 1 speed defense check?
I will take that. Right. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. And what's your major effect suggestion?
It's something not very helpful because I didn't create this character correctly. It is. Come on, click into it. It's not letting me open my character sheet. I created it in that fast thing and then didn't transfer it over all the way.
I've got an idea. How about you've had some things not go so well at the moment. How about we give you like a slightly enraged ability, which gives you a +1 asset to your strength checks, strength attack roll specifically for a little while.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, I made her angry.
I drank my Gatorade and I got my electrolytes back.
So as you carry on down this straight, before we go back to Cade, we just look up to the sky and we can see a smoking jumbo jet sort of coming sideways down in the wind towards the runway. They're smoking, they're shaking. It looks like this is going to be a crash landing. Cade, your turn.
I'm gonna keep trying to pull away.
It's worked so far. Oh boy. That is one step more difficult because you are impaired. But that difficulty 5, that's right.
Okay, cool.
Gem Song, thank you so much, gifting an automatic success to Hail Mary. So. Yes, Cincioga, please do us a difficulty 5 speed defense check to prevent Cade from building more of a lead.
All right, let's see here. Trying to think if I can get creative with something. So am I going to be able to try and quantum tunnel to keep to keep the pace or no?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. And we will. So it's going to be difficulty 5, you said, for it, because he's impaired.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Okay. And we will use 1 effort, and we'll cross our fingers.
Seems legit. Yeah, that beats difficulty 5. Unfortunately, Cade, you cannot build any more of a lead, but you do maintain your lead currently. However, it is Cincioga's turn, and they can try and reduce that lead now.
Yep. So what I'm going to try and do is just keep tunneling and hope I can overtake him.
Okay. You're not close enough to overtake at the minute, but you can close the
Or
distance
to
between you.
close the distance, rather.
Yeah.
All right, so difficulty 3. Right?
4. I've got
right.
training.
Right. This should go well. And I called it.
Ooh. Oof. Have I intruded on you yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's a shame. In that case, they're going to they're going to regain that distance. You're gonna pull you back into overtaking distance. Cade, what's gone wrong? How comes your car is suddenly not letting you pull away so much?
When I ripped out the radio, I accidentally took out something that kind of controlled the shifter, so I kind of accidentally went down a gear, so the car's just slowly slowing down.
Right. Yep. Totally. And thank you very much, Scott, who donates to get Kylie to roll on a random roll table for us. Kylie, please roll us a 1d100.
I didn't unmute. I was talking, but I didn't unmute. I said I was nervous, and I said thank you.
That's awkward. My my hyperlink to my D100 table stopped working. I'll work on that as we go. So unfortunately, Cade's gone down a gear. It's not going great over there. Things are slowing down. Since Yoga is now in a position to overtake in the next round. But we will go next to Hail Mary, whose turn it is.
All right. I think I just need to make up some space at this point, right?
Well, you can try and overtake Cinciega.
Ooh, I want to try to do that.
More donations. Thank you so much. 10 points, pool points for Cinciega from Uncanny Trickster. Thank you very much.
Now, can I use my automatic success at this point?
I think since automatic successes are not critical, we'll say that they will count for a difficulty 5 thing in this. So anything difficulty 5 or easier, or if you want to set a challenge, it will be difficulty 5.
I would just like to maybe try to steam ahead for a difficulty 5.
Okay.
If I heard that correctly.
Yes, indeed. So, Cinciega, please make a difficulty 5 speed defense roll to try and maintain your lead.
All right, so I'm just going to keep on tunneling then, and going to try and keep. I'm going to take advantage of some of that sweet pull points that I just got to help me here.
Battle of the donations.
That's right. And that is a success.
Oh no.
So, Hail Mary, as Cinciega is passing you, well, not passing you, just successfully defending, you realize that your hand isn't actually on a shift stick. It's on an umbrella handle. And this umbrella is decorated with lots of little feathers.
Feathers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what am I gonna do with this piece of junk?
Tee. Passepartout, it'll be your turn.
Well, I haven't forgotten about the plane that is heading toward us, so I am going to veer off the runway so I don't get smashed.
That's valid. That's very valid.
Yeah.
Okay, so not trying to overtake anyone, just trying to get out of the way.
I don't want to get hit by this plane.
Totally valid. You can do that. You can totally do that. Which is handy, because at that moment, the plane hits the ground, and runway and plane starts to break up. The landing gear doesn't even come out. The wings come off. The plane, it's got quite a skilled pilot, but it's still sliding, grinding, creating a lot of heat, sparks that are flying everywhere. This will be another 5 points of damage unless you can make me a difficulty-free speed defense roll. Everyone except for Genie, who's already got out of the way.
You said difficulty 3 speed?
Difficulty-free speed.
All right.
Oh, God.
Turns out getting married curses your dice rolls.
So it seems.
I don't know. I celebrated my 1-year anniversary on Saturday and Sunday, and it's been pretty great for me.
Yeah, Roll20 just likes you though. We all know that you've made some sort of deal with a demon somewhere.
I cannot confirm nor deny this.
Sure. So Justin, you avoid the damage. Did we get everyone's roll there? I've lost my Roll20. No, there it is. Yeah, I'm afraid, Kylie, that Hail Mary's going to take 5 points of damage. And I think with a GM intrusion, roll me a 1d2, Cade, please. You can do that by just typing in the chat box /r space 1d2.
Flash would work, maybe. There we go.
Did you say 5 points of damage?
5 points of damage, yes. The intrusion for you, Cade, will be double damage thanks to the double dice roll there. You had the choice of 1 or 2, and
Yay!
So 10 points from your speed pool, please.
I have 0 in speed and might now.
Your car comes to a stop. This will force you to take a recovery action on your next roll, but people can overtake you as a free action until you have points.
Could I have taken it from intellect instead, or does it have to go might, speed, intellect?
Has to go might, speed, intellect.
Okay.
But you can put points anywhere. So if you roll a 1d6 plus 1 as a recovery roll next round and you get 6, you could put 3 in might, 3 in speed. You can put the points anywhere you like when you regain them, but you can't when you take them. You just have to take them.
Cool.
I'm afraid. Okay. Well, that does bring us to Cade's roll as well. So Cade, it is your turn.
All right, so I'll take a recovery action.
Indeed. Okay, you have 3 points.
So I'll put 1 in might and then 2 in speed.
2 in speed. So your car just like momentarily stalls, and then you can reset it again. So you now have the ability to make things again without inhibitions. However, the great Cincioga is right behind you as you stall and can smell a weakened character, perhaps. I don't know. Cincioga, maybe I'm speaking for you. It's up to you.
So I'm gonna pull out this crossbow, and I think I'm gonna just shoot his wheel. So yeah.
Okay, make us an attack roll.
All right, sounds good. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to. What's a medium weapon? Damage-wise, is that 4?
4, yeah.
All right, 4. Okay, so let's get this. Rolling here. We're gonna use a little bit of effort, not too much, and no, not there. So yeah.
Oh boy, that is a difficulty 6 attack roll. Cade, please make me a difficulty 6 dodge.
So, and when you use effort, like I have 1 effort. I've already used it, so is it gone forever, or do you keep using it?
You can keep using effort as much as you like for as long as you have points in the relevant pool, which may be the problem at the moment. Am I right?
Okay. Maybe it just says 1 effort. It doesn't say what pool itself?
Yeah, we ignore the effort value. That's supposed to mean that you can only use one level of effort at a time, but we ignore that.
Okay.
This is a one-shot. So you're only limited by the amount of points you have to spend.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's 6, right? Yeah.
Difficulty 6 currently, yes indeed.
Okay. And then I guess I'll use 2 effort then, because I have 2 speed. Hey! Hanging on!
Sure thing. That roll will help you out. So it actually worked out the cost there as 5. Since you didn't use the effort anyway, I won't take it from you. But the first level costs 3. The next level costs 2. So it's all good though. You rolled enough to succeed. Did you? Difficulty 6. So yeah, we'll say the 1 level effort. We'll let it slide on this time.
Okay.
So you can just about stay ahead. Just about. Or rather, not get hit. Just about.
Do you have enough effort? Or enough,
Yeah, no, slight misunderstanding there. We're going to
Okay.
wash over. It costs more than we thought, but we're not going to penalize on this occasion.
Oh,
Okay.
So you managed to narrowly avoid the crossbow bolt and maintain your abilities. You don't gain an inability.
okay.
So next is Hail Mary.
All right. So I got this umbrella here, and it kind of looks like a spear. So I'm gonna Omaha, and I'm gonna throw it, and I'm gonna try to spear the great I can't pronounce your name. I'm really sorry.
The great Yoga. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, that. I'm gonna try to pop his tie.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Make me an attack roll.
I'm not gonna put any effort into it. Ooh, I don't need to put any effort into it.
Oh boy.
But apparently I do.
Yeah, especially because oh no, it was only a minor effect, wasn't it? For the extra attack. We did have you having an extra point of difficulty in attack for a little while, so I think that's difficulty 7.
Yeah.
Oh, it's difficulty 7 now?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Gwyn or Potato Hollow, who has gifted 10 points for Cade to put in their pools.
Hey!
Nice.
Thank you. I'm alive.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my last XP that I was given numerous GM intrusions to try and reroll that.
Sure thing.
So difficulty 7, and then we put in 3 effort, and we reroll. Alrighty.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty then. What happens?
As the well, this is the combination of a nat 20 major effect and a GM intrusion here. So as the umbrella strikes your tire, immediately it begins to activate, as this was a magical item rolled on a magic item table, which gave things the levitate property. Your car immediately begins to levitate into the air.
Alrighty then.
Well, that's not what I expected, but all right, that's great.
Yeah, the feathers were a slight Mario reference, maybe. Lastly, Passepartout.
Well, Cade is stalled, right?
They've managed to reset themselves before
They have.
Cincioga could get past.
Well, I'm going to try to speed up and, continue to try to close some distance.
Sure thing.
Okay. Here's my speed roll.
Difficulty 4. So, Hail Mary, can you please give me a difficulty 4 speed roll to try and maintain your lead? Oh. I'm really sorry, Passepartout, but
Oh, man.
Hail Mary, despite the fact that you're on the side of the road, not even on the runway, they dodge out of the way of the falling plane, taking some damage, and just shatter debris and bits of themselves all over the road, blocking your path, stopping you from overtaking.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do one.
Mary, you're full of your electrolytes. You're just too good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one of those moves where I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, and I go this way. But you thought I was going this way? That's what I'm gonna do.
And with that, the scene changes once more. Suddenly, we are all underground. Not underground, though. It feels like we're in a tunnel, though. It's very dark. You can see it's circular, like a sewage tunnel, but it's also really shiny. Until you see a fish swim by outside of the tunnel. You are in a glass tunnel deep underwater.
This sounds familiar, like maybe something in my past life or something.
And you're all just racing along in your chosen vehicles. Doesn't have to be from the airport, any chosen vehicle. Cade, why don't we start with you, as you are in front, in the front.
Cade is riding what looks like a Tron light cycle.
Strong, very strong. And we might as well go straight in and do your turn as well.
Okay. Now, question. I have no idea how this will work mechanically. Can I try to activate the Tron light cycle trail behind me as I drive? I have no idea how that would even work.
Heck, I mean, it sounds like you're trying to create an obstruction for people behind you, and I'm here for it.
Cool. I guess, could I use intellect for that? Like, to try to figure out the best place to put it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. I've played that game. It's definitely an intellect game.
Okay, now to use... So I have 17 intellect right now. If I use effort, I subtract that from 17, right? Is that what you're saying before?
Yeah, so the first level costs 3 points, then 2 points, then 2 points, then 2 points, then 2 points.
Okay. So do intellect 0. And if I add 2 effort, it's... The first one's free, then 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do it for 2 points. Oh my god. And then subtract 2 from this.
Okay. So there'd be a cost of 4 intellect there. See, it's worked out the cost for you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So with your intellect edge, I guess, it's reduced the cost from 5 down to 4.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Great. So with the 1 and the 2 difficulty there, that is difficulty 3 intellect roll. People to navigate your maze to try and get through the tunnel. And since Yoga, you're currently floating against the ceiling top.
You know, well, if I'm on the ceiling top, I'm going to take my classic red minecart, and I'm just going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to drive on the ceiling above where the problem.
Okay, I'd still ask for the intellect defense roll, just in case. They could have gone up the wall. It's highly possible.
Fair enough. So let's see here. We're gonna do the defense, and let's see here. Difficulty 3. And you know, I'm a pretty smart guy, so I'm gonna use a little bit of effort. And no luck. You know, I'm still getting used to this reverse gravity thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think what happens is when you turn the car upside down, it starts levitating the other way, and you're just not expecting it. you know, levitating downwards. That's not cool. So you hit the problem again, and yeah, you're gonna. I'd like to give you a one step harder to defend overtaking this turn. It is your turn though, right? No, you just.
Yeah, I was attempting to. Well, I don't know what happens when I hit this thing. So I was trying to dodge it by going on the ceiling, and then it didn't work. So, because we have to. So I don't know. I guess my action is.
So you were defending Cade's attack. That's fine. So it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and get this thing straightened up and pass Cade because he is right in front of me.
Sure thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my classic. We are in a tunnel, so therefore I must be quantum tunneling to get this going. Oh, what does the thing do? By the way, the wall when I hit it.
It just stuns you for a second, then disappears.
Okay, so it just makes it like harder to overtake or something.
Yeah, one step harder, definitely.
Okay.
So the effort will take out of there. That's another good roll. Roll20 loves you. Difficulty 6. Cade, please make a difficulty 6 defense roll, as despite your efforts, the Great Sinsioga tries to overtake you.
Okay, speed roll, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so 6.
Or intellect if you're trying to figure out what they're doing.
You know, I'll use it like that. And then I can use 2 points again, just in case. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a success. Narrowly. Thank God for the effort, right? So it's worked out your cost for you. Since Yoga, you think you've got it, you're almost certain that you've quantum tunneled to the right place. And just when you appear, Cade is there, right ahead of you, defensive driving. You cannot take the space.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Hail Mary, you'll be next.
All right, so now I'm driving a Zamboni, so an ice resurfacer, and I'm gonna race ahead and try to take over the great. Why can't I remember you?
The Great Sinsioga. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Yeah.
I feel like she forgets just to give me an excuse to say it.
At this point, we're just gonna go with that. So, just a speed check.
Yeah, speed check will make it one step harder because of all of the floating and barriers and everything that you've had to go. So there'll be a difficulty-free speed defense check, please, from the Great Sinsioga.
Alrighty. So let's see here. Difficulty 3, and know what? We're feeling pretty cool about this, so no effort.
Yeah, there it is. So they successfully stay ahead of you, unfortunately. Hail Mary.
Wow. I think they got something up their sleeve.
Some sort of deal with the Roll20 Devils.
Right. He made a deal with referees.
Seems that way. Unable to overtake, Passepartout. Goes on.
I am in a steam car, so putting off a lot of carbon monoxide, but it's okay. I'm sure we're fine in this big tunnel. I'm just gonna keep trying to get ahead at all.
Okay.
And I guess I'm gonna put some effort into this too, because I have spent very little effort, but I might as well, do some of that. So if I put in 3 effort, it's 3 for the initial 2 and then 1, right? So total is 6. Sure, why not? That's
total is 7.
7. That's fine.
Yeah, every level after is 2.
There we go.
So wow. Oh boy.
I'm really trying.
Passepartout is really trying to overtake you, Hail Mary. That is a difficulty 8 pass check to defend against.
Just grit my teeth and go.
I think I'm learning that the Zamboni is not that fast of a race car.
So Passepartout finally takes the place. They've been in last place for a very long time, but they overtake Hail Mary and they are in the lead. Not in the lead. They are. That's wishful thinking. They're in third. At this point, you all might see a large, sort of saucer-shaped sucker. In fact, several of them land on the outside of the glass as a large tentacle wraps around the tube.
It's the wrong book.
Oh boy.
Back up to Cade.
All right. Seeing this, he guns it as fast as he can. It's just a regular speed roll. Just try to use. No, I won't use any effort. Oh.
Sintioga, please make me a difficulty 1 speed defense check to stop Cade getting away.
I don't think he succeeds.
No, they don't. Oh, you're trained in it. You didn't even have to roll, but you're just flexing them, casual 17 rolls at us at this point. Yeah. So, Cade, unfortunately, you can't get away from Sintioga. They are still hounding you, and Sintioga, it's your turn.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, you know what? I'm gonna make him forget where he is. I'm gonna make him forget the past, few minutes of his life.
So make me an intellect attack roll.
0 effort 1.
Wow. So that's a difficulty 7 attack roll there, Cade. Can you make me a difficulty 7 defense, please?
Guess I gotta use some effort here.
Thank God for that dono. Thank you, Gwyn.
Oh! pretty terrible. I know.
Ooh.
Yeah, So, Cade, you completely forget the last couple of minutes. In your mind, you are on an airport runway with a plane about to hit you. It's very disorientating. It's going to give you next round. It will give you. It will make you trying to create distance harder, and it will make you defending and overtaking harder as well by 1 step. Next, we have Hail Mary.
All right, so I watched this other game that was not in front of the US of A, and it was called rugby, and they kind of just hit really hard. So I'm just going to try to hit Jeannie. I don't know how to say your name either. What the heck is going on? I'm American. That's what it is. Anyways, I'm just going to try to hit her because I know that she's low on them points, and see what happens.
Sure thing.
Is that a? That would be a might, right?
Might attack, yeah, and you still have that +1, so difficulty 5 defense roll, please, Jeanne Passepartout.
Okay, what kind of defense rolls? Is it speed defense?
You can do speed defense, yes, to try and dodge out of the way.
Alright, I'll do that. I'm gonna roll with my advantage here as well. Oh, why didn't it roll? Roll, please. There we go. It was a 5 difficulty.
Difficulty 5, yes indeed.
And I'm gonna put in an effort. No, I'm not, because that'll bring me down to a 0 speed pool. What happens if I'm down to a 0 speed pool?
Everything becomes 1 step harder.
That's fine. And I'm gonna roll with advantage anyway. I guess, do I have to spend it now, or?
Well, you've just rolled a success, so you don't have
Alright.
to roll the advantage now if you don't want to. You could
won't.
fish for nat 20s if you like. But that is a success. It drops your speed pool down to 0 though, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you managed to dodge out of the way of this attack, but the cost is, of course, your speed pool's gone down anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
She
there we
must
are.
be one of them rugby backs because she's really, really quick.
And Passepartout, that'll make it your turn as well. I'm
Okay.
impressed how much you know about rugby, Kylie. I'm really impressed.
I played
Um,
rugby.
Me too. We should
Yeah.
bond later.
Yeah.
I am going to try to get away from Hail Mary. She's dangerous. She's hyped up on Gatorade. I'm just gonna try to speed away from her.
Sure thing.
I'm probably gonna use advantage on this one.
Okay.
'Cause everything's harder.
That's difficulty 4 for the first roll.
I'm probably going to roll much lower on this one. Oh no!
No!
I didn't. Look at that.
Difficulty 6, so that makes a difficulty 5. Hail Mary, please give us a difficulty 5 defense roll to stop Passepartout creating some distance between the two of you. Ark Scott has just donated to make everyone roll on a D100 table. There's going to be umbrellas for everyone. Everyone, please roll me a D100. Oh.
Oh.
That's really
people.
appropriate, Justin. Really appropriate that you'd roll a 17, which is the same roll as what Kylie rolled earlier and got the feather one. But I will ask you to roll again. And Jess, I'd ask you to re-roll again as well. Sorry, I just shortened your name to Jess. Is that cool?
No,
Is that cool?
I go by Jess mostly.
Okay. Still, you know, consent's a thing. Okay,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
you're welcome.
48.
Hail Mary, you suddenly remember that you have underwater equipment with you. You have a parasol which you can attach to your car, which will create a bubble of atmosphere that can fit D3 other people in it for 10 minutes underwater. Literally what it says on the sheet.
Handy.
That's convenient.
Similarly, Grace Sense Yoga, you find an umbrella that can shoot a jet of water. For 10 minutes, it can clean surfaces and remove light debris, or annoy people or animals, or scare dogs, and a million of other uses once a day. You've essentially got like a little pressure umbrella. Like, next. Genie Passepartout, you have a wonderful umbrella that is sprouting a bouquet of flowers inside.
Oh, so nice.
And you can draw as many flowers as you like from this umbrella. You can also draw ribbons from it.
I can also do what?
Draw ribbons.
Well,
Like pulling ribbons out of a hat. You can do that with this umbrella.
I mean, it kind of fits the atmosphere of your character a little.
it really does.
I'm not going to tell you what this one does, Cade.
Okay. Good start.
But, did we lose Justin? I think we lost Justin. What I will tell you is that you remember you have a weapon. You remember you have an umbrella. You also recall that it is in fact a weapon.
Okay.
Oh no.
How good that weapon is to be seen.
Interesting. Okay then.
There we go. Welcome back, Justin.
I was trying to get creative with my phone because I thought my everything crapped out. All right, I'm back.
Our cameras, our icons switched on Twitch. Everything went weird.
Have I got you all right? I think I've got you all back in the right place now.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I?
Oh, so what umbrellas did I miss out on? Because I crapped out after you told is a high-powered water gun.
Yeah, you've got a high-powered water gun. Ginny has flowers and ribbons, and Cade remembers they've got a weaponized umbrella sitting in the passenger seat
Alrighty then.
of their motorcycle. holster of their motorcycle. There we go.
It's like on Final Fantasy Advent Children when like Cloud's got all his great swords like stored in the motorcycle and just goes. "Ping."
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So as we come around to this next round, you can see the tentacles. Oh hell! Someone just donated 50 quid. The tentacles suddenly contract, and the glass starts to crack and break, and water starts pouring in as this large eye opens up, and you can see that the Kraken is trying to get in.
That's terrifying.
So we'll start at the top of the round with Cade. Cade, runway, airplane, what?
Oh, what? Ah! I grab the umbrella and I shoot at the wall.
Fantastic! Please roll me 2d4. As you open the umbrella, burning, searing light emits from the, like a bloom lamp. You know when you've got a bulb behind it? Like a bloom lamp, it emits from this umbrella. But it's like the burning light of 1,000 suns that hits this Kraken used to darkness and water deep below, square in the eye. The Kraken contracts, releases. The tunnel is torn asunder, but the Kraken is fleeing.
Hey.
Lots of water getting in now. Lots and lots of water.
Yeah, just keep driving.
The Great Sinsioga, it's your turn. Cade is within passing distance.
He does look, rather confused on everything, so I'm going to try and take advantage of this to get ahead of him with one of my famous quantum tunnels.
Sure thing. This will be one step harder for Cade because of the memory loss.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. And welcome in. We are Nerdsmith as well. Thank you so much for the raid, everyone. I'm sure you had wonderful fun with your Wonder Kelp. Might come in handy as we're currently underwater right now, but maybe not for long. Nat 20, that makes that difficulty 7 with training. Difficulty 7 defense roll. And major effect. We'll bring back the... Well, we can either bring back... If you've got a suggestion, I'm open to it.
I was going to say maybe there's a third Sense Yoga now.
Yeah, sure. 3 Sense Yogas.
Pop, 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 pop.
Just try one. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
That is like the 17th one tonight.
You've rolled one more often than not now.
Yep.
You really have. My days. On that nat 1, what does happen? Well, for a start, Sense Yoga definitely gets the space. They're in the lead now. and I think on the nat 1, with a GM intrusion, you realize that you too have Gatorade in your glove box. Not only do you have Gatorade, you also have peanut butter M&Ms, and somehow the world is better just for those things. That is your intrusion.
As long as it's not the punch kind.
The,
No fruit punch.
the pity intrusion.
I've been there, man. I've been there. So after Sense Yoga, we have Passepartout in third place. Yes, in third place.
I want to get out of this tunnel as soon as possible because all I have is this umbrella filled with flowers. So off I go in a trail of petals and a seemingly unlimited ribbon behind me. Trying hopefully to get out of here before everything goes bad.
Sure.
And I'm exhausted, so everything's going to be hard. I guess I'm trying to overtake the person in front of me.
Which would be Cade, in fact.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, Cade will just roll another 1.
I mean, probably gonna happen. Okay.
Oh, wow. Our survey says, difficulty 6, defense roll, please, Cade.
And 1.
No, you are good. You
Oh!
managed to defend. You managed to defend.
Isn't it harder for him to defend by 1 step this turn?
We're gonna say the GM intrusion, the M&Ms and Gatorade removes that. That's what the intrusion does.
That's fair.
Got a Snickers.
Yeah, get some nuts. You know, it just makes the world a better place. So unfortunately, Passepartout, you are unable to pass. That does make it Hail Mary's turn.
Damn electrolytes.
Keep me energized. I really would like to use that umbrella that I just remembered that I had. And speed ahead. I guess I'm going to try to overtake Janine. Passport.
Sure thing. Difficulty 4 defense roll, please, Jenny.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat.
Oh, it is a speed defense roll, so I should probably click the right thing. That will help me slightly. Difficulty 4. Alright. Ah! Can't
That's a
believe it.
success. Yeah. So the order stays the same as Hail Mary. You are unable to pass. But with your atmosphere umbrella, parasol creating an atmosphere, your car is completely dry, which is very handy because as the tunnel fills with water and everyone else gets wet, we transport to another place, and this is a frozen tundra. We are now on an icy plain. Anyone who is wet, immediately this is going to make everything one step harder for you, as if you were inhabilitated, because you're now in minus 30 degree temperatures. So the water literally freezes on your vehicles immediately, freezes on you if you are out in it. The only person who does not have this freezing effect is Hail Mary. Well done.
I also have a Zamboni, so can I have an asset, please?
I'm going to confess, I have no idea what a Zamboni is.
It's the machine on the hockey rinks that make the ice, like condition the ice.
Yep, you are well kitted out for this environment. You are ready. Ahead, you can see the village with its lights and warmth and probably mugs of ale and hot chocolate and all the wonderful things that you can get. But we need to get through this last stretch first before y'all can get there. We'll go in turn order, starting with Cincioga.
So there's all this ice on my cot.
can I, these quantum tunnels, when I use them, they create all this heat. There's lightning, there's fire. Can I use this quantum tunnel to simply melt this ice?
If you take your turn to remove the condition, yes.
So when I take my turn, I wouldn't be creating distance, but I would still be able to defend against people trying to pass me.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, then that's what I'll do.
Cool. So since Yoga, you see the ice just like gets quantumed away, and they are no longer disabled. So next, Cade. Cade, you are now very aware of where you are. You're in the snow.
So Cade remembers back an old trick he used to use to heat up his vehicles. He opens the Gatorade, he pours the M&Ms in the Gatorade, closes it, shakes it up, and pours it into the gas tank. And the motorcycle kind of has like a flame come out the engine and warms it up.
Sure, taking your turn for the same thing, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yep, flames gout off of this motorcycle, and Cade also gets rid of the frozen condition. Next is Passepartout with flowers and ribbons and a lot of wetness and a lot of ice.
Well, I am already impaired here with speed.
Yes, you are.
I am going to take a moment to recover using my unlimited ribbons from my umbrella to kind of pat myself down as if they are so many handkerchiefs.
Of course. Would you like to make a recovery roll?
Yeah, that's 1d6, right?
1d6 plus 1.
Plus 1. Six. Woohoo.
Nice.
Okay, I'm putting that probably all into my speed, since that seems like what I'll do 5 in speed and 1 back into my intellect because we have someone who keeps trying to trick people. So I'm ready to go.
Sure thing.
Got my eye on the prize.
Now, last but most certainly not least, Hail Mary. While everyone else has stopped to recover, this is your chance, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna speed ahead in my Zamboni.
Okay, yeah, make us a speed attack roll to try and pass Passepartout.
Okay.
Oh.
Of course, I had a shot.
Okay,
Good timing. Do I still have to roll a defense?
no, not for a nat 1. On the nat 1, I think the Zamboni is just with the parasol. Maybe the parasol gets stuck on the gears or something, and it just like sort of stalls the engine for a second. So this isn't going to be a permanent effect, but where you've got this opportunity to overtake everyone whilst they take on like those different things, it stalls, and the opportunity just passes by, and Ascension Stories, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in Matt and Sarah, and also other people that we're gaming with tonight. Welcome, everyone. Muted, Kylie.
I think that the pressure of the crowd is getting under me and I just kind of stutter. I really don't know what to do. And I just get stuck.
Oh.
Boo.
Oh. Okay, so that brings us back to the top of the round, and this will be our last round as we race into the town. So if you've got anything you're holding back, now's the time to use it. Okay, we start with the Great Since Yoga.
Okay, so last round, let's see here. What do I want to...
You get another 6 pool points from Uncanny Trickster. Since Yoga.
There we go. Okay.
You have a benefactor. I have a hiccup.
All right. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create an illusion of that worm because this is the frozen tundra earlier when we saw that. So I'm gonna freak everyone out, and as I continue to drive towards the finish line, the worm's gonna come up from underground, and it's gonna look like it ate me, but hopefully it turns them the other way.
Okay, so make me an intellect attack roll.
Alrighty. So let's see here.
And thank you very much, Mackenzie, for reminding me I have a disadvantage to call. I think I'll call it on this.
Oh.
Because, it's the last turn of the round. Not holding anything back.
Fair enough. So let's see here. Oh, that was difficulty, not effort. So let's see here. Effort. And then is magical training considered an asset for this?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
Ooh,
And then I'm going to have to roll this again.
yes, please. So that's 8 for the first. Damn.
Dang.
9 because of the asset.
9 because of the asset, yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so we take the worst of the two. That's a difficulty 9 illusion as they create the worm that comes back. And at difficulty 9, the ice breaks. You feel the tremors in the ground. I see Jess's camera shaking already. Don't apologize. That was great. The worm is here. The worm is back. Unless you can make a difficulty 9 intellect defense roll. Why don't we have everyone just roll that now? We won't make it part of the term.
Can I maybe say that I tamed that wild beast earlier, so I have an asset against it? Can I argue for that?
Let me see. Let me think. What you could do, I'd give you an asset, which would make it one step easier. You also have just been donated another automatic success.
Oh, well, I'll just use it then.
Well, the automatic success would count as a 5. With your extra training as well, that'd be a +1, so you'd have 6. So you'd only need to use 3 levels of effort to automatically succeed.
Let me see if I have 3 levels of effort.
So I just realized this now. Can I use magic training as a asset in this?
Yeah, sure you can.
Okay.
Oh. I shouldn't have
So
used
that-
that anyway.
I sure don't have 3 levels.
No.
I have 9 in speed.
Is that your
not
highest stat right now?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, you do have 2 auto successes. So I'll tell you what, if you want to burn them both together, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Hope you don't mind that, Justin.
That's cool.
Okay, so Hail Mary, you figure it out. But unfortunately for our other racers, the worm is here, blocking your path. You're gonna have to take a slightly longer route to the village. I think this will mix up the order again. So we now have 2 races. We have Sensioga and Hail Mary on one track, and Cade and Passepartout on the other. So Cade, you're gonna have to take a slightly longer route to get back, but this is still the last turn of the round. You're ahead of Passepartout at the minute. You can try and create some distance if you would like.
All right. I'm gonna use might if I can, and just like hammer the throttle as hard as I possibly can.
That makes backwards logic to me. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so 2. Oh my god.
Well, that is a difficulty-free might check to punch ahead. Passepartout, if you'd like to defend against that, you can.
I would. Speed defense, okay?
Speed defense is fine.
All right. 3. I'll use my effort on my turn. Oh no.
That is a failure. So you do manage to create a bit of distance there, Cade. And Passepartout, it is your turn.
Well, even if I lose, I still have a bouquet. I will, I'll put all my effort into, I'm gonna try to use the ice, to help me skid past. A little less friction. I don't know if that's how physics works, but that's how it's going to try to work for me, hopefully.
You find a nice patch of tundra where the melting point of the ice is just right to lower the coefficient of friction to 0. Fantastic work there at a glance. Let's see if it pays off.
Okay. Alright. And I'll put in the last bit of my effort.
Okay, so
There it
trying to
is.
close that distance with a difficulty 6. Could you please give me a difficulty 6 defense roll, please, Cade? I feel bad asking because I feel like the answer might be no, but I believe in you.
Well, that's one of us. All right, difficulty
And here
6.
comes the 1.
Yep, probably. No effort.
No, it's gonna be a 20. Oh.
Okay, so you see behind you, Passepartout is like sliding around, and they're just able to close that distance that you've just made. But the two of you are making very good time on the ice. In fact, Hail Mary, can you please make me just a what was the average of your two rolls there? 3 and 6. Can you make me a difficulty 5 defense roll?
Oh, no, I cannot.
Okay, we'll put you bang in the middle of them. But it is your turn. At the moment, you are chasing Sintioga. If you like, you can try and get ahead. I think at the moment the order is going to be Sintioga, Cade, Hail Mary, and then Passepartout. So if you'd like to overtake Cade, you can. It'll be one step easier because they're on a slower route than you.
Is this the last?
This is the last.
All right. So yeah, I want to go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slam on the gas as fast as I can, and then I'm going to slam on the brakes and try to slide into home plate. Is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And
That double diff clutch. Let's go. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Okay. So Cade, can you please make me a difficulty 7 speed defense check?
I can certainly try.
I believe. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So, as we all enter the village and finally find some solace beyond the walls, we find some solace. That'll do. The final order crossing the finish line is the Great Sintioga is in first place,
Pop, 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 pop.
followed by Hail Mary. I was waiting for a pop, 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 pop for some reason, but
second place is still losing.
next we have Cade Reynolds, and lastly we have Jenny Passepartout.
I will still throw a bunch of flowers and ribbons everywhere, celebrating.
As you all enter the village, you are greeted with villagers who have hot cocoa. They're all bringing out all sorts of things. They look like they think you might be traders, and they're bringing out things for trade. But they're very, very welcoming. And before you know it, you are sort of welcome to sit by hot fires to warm back up and given hot drinks and just these people's hospitality. You have moments where you are all together for a moment, being the only 4 people to experience this crazy time race. Is there anything you'd like to say to each other?
Well, it was good racing all, yeah, but there can only be one winner. And then I make just like thousands of trophies appear with a minor illusion. Well, all with that say the great Sensio God, with little fireworks emblazoned on them.
Oh, sweet, I won. Oh, you spelled my name wrong.
They are participation awards.
I know, these are just a representation of all of the trophies that I've won from all of the races that I've been in.
Modest, right? Well, no, modest isn't the word I'm looking for.
I wouldn't know the meaning of the word. I'm the great Sensioga, not the lame or the modest or the humble.
Humble.
Well, I, for one, would like to offer my congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cade gives thanks, but his face is full of a giant s'more. So, oh, good.
I mean, you kind of won because the refs called the rat calls for you, but we'll just go with it.
All right. I didn't see any refs, but, if that's what you want to tell yourself, you're more than welcome to.
And it seems to me like mostly Hail Mary and Cincioga sort of pan out on an argument, while maybe Cade and Ginny are more interested in enjoying the hospitality. That's accurate.
I think Cade's doing like the anime food eat, where he's like,
I think and we're all drinking hot Gatorade.
With electrolytes, though.
Feels
Sounds so
wrong.
gross.
that hurt me.
It's like when you leave it in your car, but you need to drink really bad.
The thing is, I've been in like that cold scenarios, and your mind's telling you no, but your body. Well, everyone, that's gonna end the last cartoon karting. Why don't we go around? We'll talk about who we are, where we can find each other online, and all of those good things. If you've got any links that you want to share in the chat, if you're live streaming your wedding or anything like that, put them in the chat, and we'll share them. And we'll talk about our favorite part of today's game as well. But for our regular players, Justin and Kylie, I wouldn't only like you to think of your favorite part of today's game, but your favorite part of the entire season. And to give you a moment to think, I will start with someone else. So, Bad Chili or Jorska, who'd like to go first?
Ladies first.
Okay. Hi. I'm Joska. You can find me on Twitter at Joska. I also publish small games that mostly one-pagers. You can find that at Wannabe Games on DriveThruRPG or itch.io. So there's that old link there. And this was a ton of fun. My favorite part was just like, oh gosh, it was definitely the Kraken going in. I love Krakens. Gotta hand it to you.
Teehee. Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to play with you.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Bad Chili, how about you next?
Mike, or Bad Chili on Twitter. I also have been working on some gaming stuff. I've been publishing a lot of specifically D&D stuff recently over on DM Skill, which I can put that link in there for you if you guys would like that. And I'm getting married in 2 days, and I'm totally not freaking out at all. Totally calm.
To be fair, you've done pretty well, yeah.
I feel like I've hit the point where like nothing is real. Like everything is nothing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know if I'm awake right now. I don't know.
What a beautiful fugal state to be in. That sounds amazing. Thank you as well. You were really fun to play with today. I'm really sorry the dice hated you.
Oh, that's my life.
Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes. It's happened to me before, and it's the worst. But wow, today, like, I wasn't keeping count. We should keep in that one counter and see if we can beat the record every week or something. But that was a lot. That has got to be close to the record. So thank you for being the person to do that, you know.
Oh, of course. I'm glad I could help by failing.
So Kylie, Justin, who'd like to go first?
I'll go first. I am Stonefly_Kai on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I also just launched a new women's tabletop roleplay game clothing brand called Copper Cantrip. There's also mugs and stickers if you guys aren't interested in women's clothing. I'll put a link in the chat in a minute. And then my favorite part of this game was my favorite game we've played so far. I'm going to be completely honest about that. That was fun. For this, so like the whole thing was just a blast. It was fun kind of going through, I don't know, the unexpected. And then through the season, this is not a cop-out. This is so true, but it was meeting a whole bunch of people that I probably wouldn't have the opportunity to meet before. So getting to play with a whole bunch of people from the community, and then just blown away by everybody's creativity. Everybody created these amazing characters that I, in a million years, wouldn't have thought of. So that I think that's my favorite.
Oh, that's so wholesome. Thank you. Kylie, it's been a real pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Amazing.
Justin.
Agreed.
Hi, yeah, so I'm Justin. I'm the community manager over at Mage Hand Press. I've had so much fun this season playing, but before I get into that, you can check out our stuff at store.magehandpress.com, or if you prefer Drive-Thru RPG, but if you want to support Scrat, you should definitely use our store so that you can use the discount link so that we can have numerical proof that he's as awesome as we know he is. Anyways, so we
validate me, chat. Validate me. I'm like a parking ticket. Validate me.
we know he's valuable, and we plan on keeping on supporting him. But it does give us proof, and for him when he's looking for future sponsors, he has numbers to show that he is worth what he has paid. So help him get future sponsors by supporting his current sponsors. More specifically, by using the code that we can track. But anyways, getting it out of shill mode, I just loved like Kylie said, seeing all the characters that people created. But if I was to pick a moment, I'm torn between two moments in game. The first was as Glass having everyone in the Hummer driving off into the sunset as friends, and stopping briefly at L.A. McKenzie and just being like, oh no, bye. I thought that was hilarious and it was great. And then the other one was when I got the Rod of Time and I got to drop the King line on Princess Posh.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The banter's been fun, yeah.
It's been amazing. My favorite part of this whole season, I think, was the ice race that we did, because it just had a totally different feel to it than all the others. Like, all the others were quite competitive, and that one there was a real sense of like, oh no shit, we might die, we better look after each other, which was, DMing through fear, I guess, which is something I like. No, I'm just... I liked the camaraderie of that one. Also, I'm blown away by the support tonight. I'm looking at that stream goal there, and I can't get my head around it. You guys, thank you so much for coming in and supporting today. Thank you for all the chaos. We tried to use everything. We did try. You've been amazing. So I guess for the last time, this was Cartoon Karting. I appreciate you all a whole lot. Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow with 3 more season finales. It's finale week. Trust me, it's an absolute mind job going through all these finales. I've got emotional whiplash like a hell. Tomorrow we've got Hidden Scars finale. Just Because You Can finale and the Return to Eden finale. It's going to be a hell of a day. It's going to be one hell of a day. I look forward to seeing you all there. But for now, until next time, keep on evoking emotions, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.